What if healing your brain overnight started with three simple foods on your breakfast table, and none of them are pills? You see, we've been taught that brain recovery happens while we sleep, but here's what most people miss. It doesn't happen unless your morning sets the stage. It's not about how many hours you sleep. It's about whether your brain has what it needs to repair itself during those hours. And that depends on what you eat when the sun comes up. Let me show you why. According to a study published in Frontiers in Aging Neuroscience in 2023, people over 60 who eat a protein-rich and serotonin-supportive breakfast scored 23% higher on memory tasks compared to those who skip or eat processed carbs in the morning. That's almost a full quarter of brain performance, unlocked simply by starting the day right. And yet, so many of us reach for toast, coffee, or skip breakfast entirely, not realizing that we've just silenced the very nutrients our brain was begging for after a long night of detox and reset. I've spent over 3 decades helping seniors recover mental clarity, focus, and joy. And what I've learned is this: the most overlooked trigger for brain healing isn't in your medicine cabinet, it's in your kitchen. And you don't need fancy supplements, overnight oats from TikTok, or expensive brain drinks. You need real food. Simple food. The kind your body recognizes and your brain remembers how to use. So in today's video, I'm going to walk you through the top 3 breakfast foods that do 2 things. They wake up your memory in the morning, and they repair your brain quietly overnight. And the best part, you probably already have them in your kitchen. Now, if this is your first time here, I want to welcome you. This channel is called Senior Health Compass, and every week, I share real, science-backed ways to help you protect your brain, your vision, and your energy as you age without confusion, gimmicks, or hype. So if that's something you care about, consider subscribing. It helps more than you think. Let's get into it. Because once you understand how these 3 foods work, you'll never look at breakfast the same way again. Let's start with a food that's been misunderstood for decades: the humble boiled egg. For years, people were told to avoid eggs because of cholesterol. But now we know the truth. Boiled eggs, especially with the yolk, are one of the most powerful brain-supporting foods you can eat. And it all comes down to a nutrient called choline. Choline is a precursor to acetylcholine, one of the most critical neurotransmitters involved in memory, attention, and brain flexibility. As we age, the production of acetylcholine drops. And that's exactly why many older adults start to experience what we call tip-of-the-tongue moments, slower recall, and foggy focus. But here's the good news. 1 large egg gives you about 147 milligrams of choline, nearly 30% of your daily need. And when you start your day with 2 boiled eggs, you give your brain the raw material it needs to fire up your mental circuits. In 2022, researchers at the University of Eastern Finland conducted a longitudinal study on dietary choline and memory function in older adults. They followed 2,500 participants aged 55 to 75 over the course of 6 years. Those with higher choline intake showed a 28% lower risk of developing early cognitive impairment and significantly better performance on memory recall tasks. Another 2023 paper published in Nutrients Journal found that older adults who consumed eggs 3 to 5 times per week had improved reaction times and short-term memory compared to those who ate none. The researchers concluded that regular intake of choline-rich foods may slow down neurodegeneration and enhance cognitive resilience. And it's not just the choline. Boiled eggs are also rich in vitamin B12, which protects the myelin sheath, the insulation around your nerves that helps your brain send signals quickly. Many seniors are unknowingly B12 deficient, leading to confusion, fatigue, even symptoms that mimic early dementia. Eggs offer a bioavailable source of B12 that's easy to absorb, especially when digestion slows with age. There's also vitamin D in eggs, mostly in the yolk, which helps regulate mood and prevent the drop in serotonin that often comes with poor sleep and aging. This is key because mood and memory are deeply linked, and your brain doesn't heal well in a negative emotional state. I remember a patient named Harold, 76. He told me, I used to read the same sentence 5 times and still forget it. We added just 2 boiled eggs to his breakfast every other day. 3 weeks later, he said, "I don't just read better, I think better." That's not magic. That's chemistry. Now let's talk timing. The best time to eat eggs for brain support is within 2 hours of waking up. Why? Because that's when cortisol, your alertness hormone, naturally rises. Pairing it with high choline foods like eggs can maximize neurochemical production and signal the brain to repair more deeply during your next sleep cycle. If you're concerned about cholesterol, here's what the science says. A 2021 meta-analysis from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition reviewed 17 studies and found no significant link between moderate egg consumption and cardiovascular disease in adults over 60. In fact, the benefits for cognitive health were strongly positive. So here's my recommendation. Start small. 2 soft or hard-boiled eggs, lightly salted, paired with a few greens or a slice of whole grain toast. No frying. No butter. Just let the egg speak for itself. Your brain will thank you not just in the morning, but especially while you sleep. Because when your neurons are well fed at sunrise, they can rebuild at midnight. There's a reason so many cultures start the day with something warm and soft. It's not just comfort, it's strategy. Oat porridge isn't just a cozy breakfast. It's one of the most effective ways to stabilize your brain chemistry, protect your neurons, and prime your mind for overnight recovery. Let me explain. Oats are a rich source of complex carbohydrates, which help regulate blood sugar without spikes. That's crucial for brain health, because your brain uses glucose as its primary fuel, but it needs it delivered slowly, evenly, and without inflammation. When you eat a bowl of oats in the morning, you provide your brain with a steady stream of fuel across several hours. This prevents the mental crashes that many older adults feel mid-morning, the dizziness, confusion, or sudden mood dips. But that's just the surface. The real magic of oats lies in beta-glucan, a soluble fiber that reduces inflammation throughout the body, including in the brain. Chronic low-grade inflammation is one of the leading contributors to cognitive decline, especially in adults over 65. In 2022, a study published in Nutrients Journal observed that beta-glucan supplementation improved working memory and attention span in older adults after just 8 weeks. The mechanism? Reduction in systemic inflammation and better blood sugar control, both of which directly support the hippocampus, your brain's memory center. Another 2021 paper in the Journal of Alzheimer's Disease found that diets high in soluble fiber were associated with better sleep quality, longer deep sleep cycles, and reduced nighttime cortisol levels. This is critical, because deep sleep is when your brain performs its most important housekeeping, clearing out beta-amyloid proteins, consolidating memory, and repairing damaged neurons. Now here's where timing and biology meet. When you eat oats in the morning, you increase the availability of tryptophan, an amino acid needed to produce serotonin. Serotonin boosts mood and focus during the day, but it also serves as the raw material for melatonin, the hormone that regulates your sleep-wake cycle. This means a bowl of oats at 8 a.m. doesn't just help you feel calm and steady by 10 a.m., it also helps your brain drift into restorative sleep by 10 p.m. One more benefit that's often overlooked. Oats are naturally high in magnesium, a mineral that plays a key role in over 300 enzymatic reactions in the body, including the regulation of nerve function and stress hormones. In older adults, magnesium deficiency is common, and it contributes to sleep disturbances, poor concentration, and brain fatigue. A 2023 randomized trial from the University of Tokyo showed that magnesium-rich breakfasts improved sleep latency, reduced nighttime waking, and enhanced short-term memory performance in participants over age 60. All of that from a simple bowl of porridge. Here's how to do it right. Use rolled oats or steel-cut oats, cook with plain water or unsweetened almond milk. A sprinkle of ground flaxseed or a bit of cinnamon is all you need. Skip the sugar and flavored packets. They undo the benefits your brain is waiting for. Half a cup of dry oats is just right. It digests slowly, keeps you full, and tells your nervous system to stay calm, not just for the next hour, but into the evening. And that calm carries over. You think sharper. You sleep deeper. Your brain wakes up rested because it finally had the tools to rebuild. It's simple. It works. And you already have it in your kitchen. It's easy to overlook the banana. It's simple, it's cheap, it's everywhere. But this humble fruit might be one of the most powerful tools for memory and sleep recovery as we age. The reason lies deep in your brain's chemical factory, where molecules like serotonin, melatonin, and dopamine are made. And the spark that starts it all is tryptophan. Bananas are rich in tryptophan, an amino acid that your body converts into serotonin, the mood-stabilizing neurotransmitter that also plays a central role in memory encoding and emotional balance. From there, serotonin becomes melatonin, the hormone that governs your circadian rhythm and helps your brain enter deep sleep, where actual repair happens. When tryptophan intake is low, especially in older adults, serotonin drops. This leads to poor mood, irritability, brain fog, and shallow sleep. And when sleep quality declines, your brain's lymphatic system, the one that clears out waste and toxins overnight, slows down. That means toxins stay in your brain longer, and memory suffers. But when you give your body tryptophan in the morning, you create a chain reaction that benefits you hours later. It boosts serotonin early in the day, which lifts mood, sharpens focus, and helps balance cortisol. And by night, the same pathway leads to higher melatonin, naturally, gently, without pills. A 2023 study from the University of Queensland found that seniors who consumed tryptophan-rich foods before noon reported 33% better sleep quality and significantly faster memory recall scores after just 4 weeks. Bananas offer another secret weapon, vitamin B6. This vitamin is essential for converting tryptophan into usable serotonin. And unlike supplements, the form in bananas is biologically active, meaning your body doesn't have to work hard to absorb it. Bananas are also packed with magnesium and potassium, two minerals that regulate the nervous system and support relaxation. Together, they reduce nighttime muscle cramps, calm restless nerves, and prepare the brain for deeper, more restorative sleep. In short, bananas don't just calm the body. They program the brain to enter healing mode on time and with full support. Timing, again, is everything. Most people think of bananas as a midday snack or something to eat before bed. But when eaten in the morning, bananas set the chemical foundation for brain recovery hours later while you sleep. Here's how I suggest doing it. Eat a medium banana within 2 hours of waking. Pair it with protein like a boiled egg or a spoon of nut butter to slow absorption and avoid a sugar spike. Choose bananas that are yellow with small brown spots. These contain higher levels of antioxidants and are easier to digest. Avoid underripe green bananas, which can cause bloating, and skip overripe bananas that are too sugary. Just one banana in the morning, 3 to 5 times a week, can shift your entire sleep and memory rhythm. I once had a patient named Ellen, 71, who said, "I wake up tired, and I don't remember what I dreamed. It's like my brain didn't rest." We added just one banana to her morning routine. 2 weeks later, she smiled and said, "I don't just sleep deeper. I actually feel awake when I open my eyes." That's what real nutrition does. It works quietly, with consistency. It doesn't need to shout. It just gives your brain the tools it's been missing. So the next time you see a banana on your counter, don't dismiss it. It's not just a fruit. It's your morning signal, a trigger for memory, sleep, and repair. And your brain is listening. Now that you understand the power behind these 3 simple foods, let's turn that knowledge into something you can use starting tomorrow morning. Because it's not about perfection, it's about consistency. And the truth is, building a brain-friendly breakfast routine can be one of the easiest changes you'll ever make. Here's how. You don't need all 3 foods every day. What matters is rotating them in a smart, simple rhythm. I call it the 1-1-1 plan. 1 morning with boiled eggs, 1 with oat porridge, 1 with banana paired with a light protein like nut butter or yogurt. That's it. Repeat the cycle across the week. That gives you natural variety, a full spectrum of nutrients, and no boredom on your plate. Here's a sample plan. Monday, 2 boiled eggs, a few greens, herbal tea. Tuesday, warm oat porridge with flaxseed and cinnamon. Wednesday, 1 ripe banana with a spoon of almond butter. Thursday, back to eggs, maybe soft-boiled this time. Friday, oats again, maybe add a few blueberries. Saturday, banana with Greek yogurt. Sunday, your choice, repeat what made you feel best. Try to eat within 2 hours of waking. That's when your brain is most responsive to nutrient signals. And keep it light. This isn't a feast. It's fuel clean, targeted, and healing. If you have diabetes, monitor how your body reacts to oats or bananas. If you have high cholesterol, don't fear eggs, just speak with your doctor and stick to boiled or soft-cooked versions without added fat. The key here is rhythm. Your brain loves rhythm. And when you create one in the morning with food, timing, and intention, your brain follows that cue deep into the night. This is not a diet. It's not a cleanse. It's a message you send to your body each morning. The message is simple. I want to remember better. I want to sleep deeper. I want to feel like myself again. And every time you follow this plan, that message gets louder, and your brain starts listening. So, now you know. You don't need fancy powders. You don't need a shelf full of supplements. You don't need a perfect diet, a personal chef, or a complicated health plan. All you need is to start your day with intention. Because every morning your brain is asking one silent question. Will today be a day I recover or decline? And the answer often comes before you've even brushed your teeth. It comes from what you put on your plate. A couple of boiled eggs, a warm bowl of oats, a ripe banana with nut butter. These are not just breakfast options. They're chemical signals. Signals that tell your brain it's safe, supported, and ready to heal. Not just during the day, but even more powerfully while you sleep. This routine won't change everything overnight. But over time, it can change the way you think, the way you sleep, and the way you feel when you wake up. And that is where recovery begins. If you've made it to the end of this video, thank you. It means a lot to me, and it means you care about your mind, your future, and your health. If this video helped you in any way, please consider giving it a like or sharing it with someone you love. It might help them too. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I'd love to have you here. We're building a community of people who want to age with clarity, strength, and peace of mind. Leave a comment below if you've tried any of these breakfast ideas or if you're ready to start tomorrow. Your brain is always listening. Let's give it something worth waking up for.